5 lights, and away we go eventually. Yeah, we're off. Happy days. We are off, and we get a crappy angle. See, Blunty does get a pretty good start. We see a back and forth between Blurp and Ramo. Blunty does go cut across the right hand side to hold that P1 position. Gets the inside line over Griever. Really good work here from Blunty. As you see, no real incidents thus far, which is fantastic to see going into turn 1. Blunty gets an extremely good exit here out of that first chicane. Gets a 7/10 gap between himself and Griever, which is a fantastic start. See the racing line between all the drivers. Very consistent. Going through the long right hand there.
Nice move there on Quashki. I don't know if you had to give that position back. Sorry to interrupt there.
Oh, good.
Quashki looked like he lost a bit of time, so yeah, he had an issue maybe.
Yeah, I think Quashki was having some software issues. I think his game bugged out before the race and actually reset all of the setups.
Breeder.
Brother.
Give that Austrian, German.
That's right, he is German. That's
Thank
right.
you.
Breeder.
You
see a big lock up here from Griever, big lock up here in the back end as well. And an Alpine of Rabble does go quite deep as they are battling. Father and son battling here out of that first chicane.
Or would have been some family rows there if Rabble had just taken a wee slide to the left there. He wouldn't hurt any of it.
He would have withheld that dinner, tell you that much. How they play it later in the race. We see Blunty, Griever and Risey kind of zooming ahead here by about almost 3 seconds ahead of the rest of the field, as we see Enan Barcode and ARB Brunter going side by side on the final right hand corner. There is contact there
at the back there.
Boys. There was a bit of contact between Brother and Enan Barcode, and I think Blurp was a victim.
At the same time as well.
No worries. So we see VRC is done and dusted, as we see Blunty fighting back for this P1. He does have DRS. Gets a long slipstream here on that DRS zone number 1. Gets it moved on over Griever. Griever has a bit of a lockup into the first chicane, but doesn't impact him too much. Now, I think in this race here, it'll be a bit of a back and forth on that DRS zone on the long pit straight. And applying that pressure throughout the rest of the lap and hoping that the person in front doesn't make a mistake. As you see, Blunty goes a little bit wide, gets some gravel, and you see Griever does capitalise on it, gets the inside line slightly, but edges his front nose in there, but he doesn't have the space to take it, and it would be irresponsible to go for that gap. As Blunty does hold on to that P1 position. But in saying that, there, Griever and Blunty, so Griever has that DRS on that DRS zone 2, gets it moved on. But like I said, it'd be a bit of a back and forth. If I had a bet, Blunty will come back at him here, as he has a bit of a wiggle wobble on a scary, and gives Griever a bit of a gap of a 4/10. So now Blunty is actually at threat of Risey here. Risey on the outside, and he gets a more of an inside line here on Blunty. Gets a better exit, and he will have DRS. Sorry, they both will have DRS on this long straight, as Risey kind of pulls back, gets slipstream, and stays behind. Now Risey's in a bit of a tricky spot, as we see Griever does take that defensive line, holding that, gets a big lock up.
Oh, safety car, what happened there?
Oh, safety car. As he wait and 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 wait a bit longer, and he's away. He is off, and the restart has happened as we get the worst angle in the game, as you see the McLaren of Breeder in the back actually going in the pit lane very late. I wonder if he's having some issues.
Oh, maybe he's decided not.
As Risey goes up for a big dive on the outside here off Griever. They do contact on the front end, and that was quite forceful from Risey, as Griever does lose 2 positions to both Enan Barcode and Risey rather. As you see, Risey is actually under threat here off Enan Barcode. Now I wouldn't be surprised if actually Griever is carrying some damage from that. He did get the front left hit slightly.
Breeder had a drive-through, isn't that right?
Oh, he did.
Pan.
That's right.
That's why he couldn't serve it under safety car. Yes.
That's right. That's a bit unfortunate for him. But we'll stay on board here with the front few. That was quite a naughty move you see in the back. Lanny and Rami and the Hasses. Actually, there's a 2v1 here between Gonza and the Hasses. As Rambo does go quite tidy. Exceeds track limits slightly in the inside, but not to worry too much, as Gonza is definitely under threat here from the Haas.
We also have Rebel sniffing around here in P7. He's
waiting to capitalize.
His teammates' pain might be his gain.
As you see, Rambo does get the inside line here off the long right-hand corner, as Bruder does pick up a free second time penalty for multiple warnings. So, bit unfortunate race here from Bruder, but I'm sure he can come back strong next week. It's his debut race, and he didn't exactly have the best of starts with the DNF during the qualifying, and the drive-free penalty on the safety car. Blurb says good luck for the rest of the race. I'll see you next week, I guess. Yeah, man, I apologise about the incident, and I apologise about the restart. It's a disaster for everyone involved, to be honest. Now, yeah,
in sector 1, what happened there?
As we see
E911 dropping back. Oh, he's
lost the end. He was going crazy there, coming out of that, going into Ascari.
Yeah, he needed. Oh, he needs it.
Wait, there's a safety car. Wait, what? How'd that happen? There is
thing.
debris.
Probably.
There's
E911.
debris on track. Debris. Nick DeVries is on track. What? No, debris. But not the winner. Safety car is in this lap. Actually, it's very, very late for the safety car to make that decision. But not to worry. We'll see what time Rousey does decide to go. Now we'll see what the car does go in the pit lane. So he is free to go whenever he wants now, as he does get in the throttle, and that's him off. As he just gets a big leap here ahead of Griever. Now Griever is on the medium compound, so he will have less traction off that start. Now he is at danger of Lanny on the soft compounds as well. He'll be taking a defensive masterclass from Griever to defend from Lanny, as he takes the outside line. Knocks up slightly when in that first chicane, but Lanny gets a tighter line. But he should be good for this lap at least. Now 8 attempts up for Rousey already, which is a really good start from him. Now, what Rousey should do here, or aim to do, which I probably think he will try and do, as he approaches here the second chicane, try and get as much of a gap as he can between himself and Griever, because Griever later on, if he can hold up that P2 against Lanny and that E9 barcode, those mediums will be a lot faster later on in the final kind of 1 or 2 laps. So Rousey needs to build up a big enough gap to kind of hold up against there, which he has done thus far. 1 second between himself and Griever. Now Griever is at risk definitely here against these soft runners, but they are battling back and forth. The Red Bull of E9 barcode, as both Lanny and E9 barcode cut across the track, going very, very tight through Ascari. Yeah, but the safety car came out. He pit early, right on the safety car, came out, was able to get round, and it was grand.
Oh, okay, so he did benefit from the safety car
he
somehow.
Did benefit. As we see a big spin from E9 barcode. I'm not too sure if there's contact here as we go for the last moves number 1. I don't know if there was contact for his rear end. I don't think so. I think he may have just lost the rear end and spun the car around. No, he hasn't.
It's closing.
No, he hasn't got the DRS activation. So yeah, this will be Rousey's win, which has been a phenomenal drive from himself. I know he's been itching for a Grand Prix win since he joined. He's been quite rapid throughout since he joined. I think he joined in 4 weeks ago, just before Coda, the race before Coda. I can't remember which one it was, but he's done a phenomenal job thus far. He's had some
takes the position back as well. He's found the tire temps again.
Not the way I would see Rousey does approach the pit straight finish line and goes across the line, taking that P1, P2, followed by Griever and Lanny, and the 2 Hasses, so Lanny and Ram are going across the line for P3 and P4. And Gonza and Rabble are battling back and forth for no real reason other than bragging points, as they are very close to coming as Gonza pushes Rabble wide. As Rabble goes on the inside line, and we'll get the P5 with the penalties being applied after the race, which
just a tad dicey there towards the end.
Dice.
You could just hear them in the party going, "What are you doing? Give me some room. You got a pen."
As Ramu, aka Ali, does get the
driver of the day.
The driver of the day.